It's a very special episode of Countercult where we talk about philosophy that's not related to anything that's happening right now in the government and nothing the president's doing, and definitely nothing in Minneapolis.
Hey guys. Play the intro. Welcome to Countercult. I'm your host, Blondie. And man, do I have a show for you today. We're gonna have fun because we like to talk about all the unserious stuff that doesn't really matter. Which is why I want to talk about power. As an abstract concept, silly goose. Do you know what power is? Do you know where it is? I'm willing to bet you don't. A percentage of you will. There's plenty of you that are smarter than me. But I'm willing to bet there's a lot of you that don't know. I bet you think you know, and I bet you're right in degrees, but I also bet you're missing a big piece of it. I'm almost certain of it. You can kind of tell just by looking at the landscape. Because when I asked, do you know what power is? I'm willing to bet you thought it was weapons, money, information, personnel, or some extension of those things. And that's close, but those are tools of power. They're not the thing itself, they're tools that can make getting the thing easier if you have enough of it. But it's not the thing. Okay, so if that's not the thing, then what is the thing? What is power? It's power. Power is power. It is only itself. Ooh, isn't that esoteric and profound? I'm not quite Matthew McConaughey levels of fake deep yet, but I'm getting close if I gotta keep saying shit like that.
Kidding me?
Anyway, okay, whatever, so power is itself. Why the fuck does that matter? Well, that's the fun part, and the second part of the question. Where is power? If you know where it is, then you can get it, which would help. So where is it? That's easy. Power is where we all agree that it is. It's a mass illusion built on the back of a silent agreement. You don't get crushed by the power of violent men with resources. You get crushed by the agreement that those men's violence and resources matter. It's a case of mind over matter. When enough people don't mind, it just don't matter. And in this hypothetical, if these violent men were taking, it stands to reason they would continue to keep taking until the ones that have been took stop agreeing. And then they're gonna get mad. Mostly mad that they didn't disagree sooner when they finally see just how easy it was. It doesn't remove any of what can happen to you, but it certainly adds to what you can do about it. Of course, I'm just thinking out loud on a philosophical theory. Because when you think about it, it does make it feel closer, doesn't it? Because if power is needed to change, but the agents of change are bereft of power, well, if power is money, you can't cobble together $1 billion out of nothing. If power is weapons and personnel, you can't sit there and hope that an army is gonna fall out of the sky. That's not attainable. And that would be a bummer if those were the most important ingredients. But they're not. Agreement is the most important ingredient. And if that was rescinded, which realistically could happen literally right now, well, who the hell knows what might happen? It's almost like there's some kind of effort to keep too many people from realizing this at the same time.
Don't be ridiculous.
If you tie a horse to a post enough times, eventually it'll just stand there whether it's tied up or not. It's called learned helplessness. It's a survival reflex that kicks in once the horse has been conditioned to believe that escape is impossible. Escape doesn't have to be impossible, the horse just has to think that. Bulls aren't like that. Bulls are very independent, they're very temperamental. A bull isn't gonna run, a bull will just fight. Horses will kick, but only if they have to, and they're only gonna kick long enough to be able to get away. There's a reason they tell people not to stand directly behind a horse and not to stand anywhere near a bull. Because if you tie a horse up one too many times, eventually it starts thinking, this is where I belong. If you tie a bull up one too many times, it's just gonna start thinking, this is in my way. Don't worry, you're not the horse. I know for a fact you're not the horse. And it would just really help if you would realize that too. Think about it. Maybe this will relate to something that you see in your life every day at this point. Who knows? Thanks for watching. Sorry it wasn't funny. You've been beautiful, I've been Blondie, and I'll see you next time. Hopefully. By the way, I'm very happy. I would never do anything bad to myself. This is getting intense, huh?